It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Jets' veteran linebacker. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Let's go, man. Let's rock. They on the set.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards on the ground. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Second down and 5. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. This is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They go play action with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On third and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is taken at the 18. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 44, Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and score on 3rd down now. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Fast start and get them going.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's He's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First down now, but that clock rolling. Herbert throwing again. Touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Jets get going again, led by quarterback Zach Wilson. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opening, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. Everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. And they're going to speed things up here.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw once more on second and 10. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, Herbert.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up first and 10.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Got it.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. There's Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
46-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. If you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to try.
You might as well put a sub out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Wilson will throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
At the 44-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Herbert now.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Herbert.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Moore, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The kick is
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They're really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That's to the sideline and complete. A nifty job to make the catch, but the throw took him right out of bounds.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now it's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. first down now. Gets this to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Moore, the man in motion. Herbert going to throw. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A 4-yard gain.
Herbert has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing, Herbert. He's got Bellinger. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry.
That's good.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part one. Part two, the two-point conversion.
Throw the two-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
One last throw here for Herbert. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a two-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is in. The play works, and we are headed to overtime. I think we head-scratching moment. All they needed was the extra point to win the game, and they don't get the 2-point try. Why did they go for the 2-point conversion?
It is a head-scratcher, but I go back to when we sat down with them in our meeting, and they just kept coming back to special teams has just been not very good in practice this week. I wonder if that ghost loomed over them and decided not to kick it there and go for 2, but still, I think your odds are a whole lot better just snapping and putting it down and kicking it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. You got to kick the extra point.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Herbert's throw brought in by Bellinger.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'll go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.